rolling.
We're rolling.
Guys, hello. Listeners, subscribers, greetings.
Hey, subscribers.
Welcome to another edition of the Cook and the Coach podcast. I'm Beza. I'm the coach.
I'm Kenny. I'm the cook.
Welcome, guys. Welcome back. It's been I like how we edit these episodes and they come weekly and they'll listen to them, but they don't realize how early or how late we recorded these episodes. You don't know when we did them.
Yeah.
They don't realize that half of it is the first half is done later than the second half, and then they don't understand. It's just an interesting thing to think about, you know.
It's a whole production, everyone. We really go hard in the paint, as they say. so douchey.
It is, but it's all right though.
It's fun. Yeah, we record it all the time at various points of the week during the day. It's fun. This week we are talking again with Taylor about Justin Bieber's YouTube series that's come out. It's called Seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Series.
also his new album that released.
Changes.
Yes.
Changes, yeah.
So we'll get into that in just a little bit. We wanted to start with our cooking and coaching segments.
Yes.
Cool. So I just have a really short one for this week. I've been reading this article this morning, actually. It's from Minneapolis St. Paul magazine. It's about the coffee economy, and it's really fascinating. It came out a year ago, and I didn't even see it. I slept on it.
Now, is this about the coffee economy in specifically Minnesota, or is this across the world, country?
A little bit of both. So
Okay.
It shows, and I'm still finishing it up right now, but it's talking about the effect that Minnesota has had on what they're calling the third wave coffee economy. And so it breaks down the three waves of how coffee has kind of become popularized in our economy. And the third one, which is most recent, has more of a focus on ethically sourced small batch sustainability type stuff, like taking good care of the farmers.
Mm-hmm.
Really interesting. It's really cool to see the role that Minnesota's played in that. And I would definitely recommend it for anyone who wants to learn more about the inner workings, the details of the coffee industry. It's really, really interesting to see how they break it down, and it's a really well-written article.
What's the article called again?
The article is called How Minnesota Launched the Third Wave Coffee Economy. It's on Minneapolis St. Paul. And
Who wrote it?
It's written by Dara Grumdahl. And it's great. It's super interesting, and it features some of my favorite coffee shops in the cities. One of them being Spy House, and they talk a little bit about the owner of that place. And yeah, super cool. So
Interesting.
check that out if you're interested in coffee and some of the
Green coffee right now.
The business. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I got for this week. Just a short and sweet one.
Thank you, Ken. So my just going off the cuff here. So some people have asked me over the past couple of weeks, tips on how to build strength, tips on, getting back into the process of lifting after being gone for a while. Also, maybe trying to lose just 10 pounds, whatever. People just ask me, what's the best way to go about it? And those are all different questions asking different things. But if I had to break all of it down and had to give general advice on just, living an active lifestyle where you're working out all the time, number one piece of advice I would give is consistency. Thinking about my athletes that I coach, I have my program set up in a way where every day matters. I'm not going to give them, workouts to do that are just pointless to do. Each one has a specific purpose, for a bigger purpose. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if I give an athlete a workout, I expect them to do every single workout the way I want them to, exactly. Each rep, each tempo, everything, every percentage. So if they miss a workout, they're not going to get the full benefits from what I've given them. Does that make sense?
For sure.
So if you're trying to lose 10 pounds before June, let's say, set up a plan for yourself, whether it's just by yourself, whether it's from a personal trainer, a friend who knows what they're doing, etc. Follow that plan to the T. to every day, whether it's working out 3 days a week, whether it's lifting every day with some cardio in there on certain days. No matter like how much or how little, be consistent with it and do it to the T, because that's how you see real results over time. If you don't, you're not going to see the results you want to, or at least you won't see them as quickly as you want to. I know in the strength and conditioning world, in the powerlifting world, in the bodybuilding world, in those circles I run in, consistency is everything. You can tell who's being consistent, who's not. I've seen it in myself. I know when I'm not on point with my diet, when I'm not on point with my training, I slip up and may gain extra couple pounds. Maybe my weight numbers go down for bench or squat or whatever I'm doing that day. But if I am consistent, if I am keeping up with what I'm supposed to be doing, if I'm getting the right amount of sleep, right water intake, right diet habits, it might require a little more sacrifice, more time, more effort, but everything that I was working for comes. So I know it's still the top of the year and top of the decade even. People are having new fitness goals and whatever. Number one piece of advice is consistency. Do what you're supposed to do every day. Listen, it doesn't mean like busting your balls every day. I have a set rest day every week where I just don't work out because I need a day to recover, right?
Right.
So if you're gonna rest hard. Don't mess up by drinking 10 beers and eating 20 pounds of cake, but
Right.
Do what you're supposed to do to get yourself where you need to be. So that's all I have for my coaching segment.
Love it.
Let's get into a couple listener questions before we get to our interview and our conversation with Taylor about the Biebs.
Yeah, let's do it.
Speaking of the Biebs, Lowy, Kill Lowy on Instagram, he actually designed our logos for the podcast. So if you like the work that you see there, that's all him. That's all his idea, his creation.
Yeah.
He asks, why is Justin Bieber highly regarded in the industry when his music is painfully mediocre?
It's interesting.
Ken, you go first on this one.
I think it's part of the child star element. So he's really talented in terms of singing, and he can play a lot of instruments and such. Yeah, it's a lot about who you put yourself around. We talk about this a little bit in the interview, so I don't want to go too much into it. But part of it is just who you put yourselves around in terms of writers and producers and the people who are influencing you. But
Yeah.
I would say so.
Do you think he's mediocre?
I don't think he's mediocre, but I can understand why people might think that.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't, like, he's not like he has a good voice for sure. He has a great singing voice. He's a very recognizable voice. But he's not like a Weeknd or like Ariana Grande. They have like when they're known for their vocals. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I would say that.
Or he's not like Swift, where he's known for like his songwriting, or like Ed
He
Sheeran.
might be known for his vocals. I think that's.
You think so?
I think that's his main thing.
I think he's more so known for the aesthetic and like
You might
the
be right.
idea of Justin Bieber. This teen heartthrob. That's why I think he's more known for. I don't think he's known as much for having this amazing voice. He does have a great voice, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's like
He's a
the
very
elite of the
clear,
elite.
like, pop tone that is
He does.
I think is very unique. But I could see why people don't enjoy his music much or why it's mediocre. I would say it's who you put yourself around and like what you're focusing on. So I think if you listen to the most recent album, I think it's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say he's mediocre, but he's good. I don't know if he's great. Like, I don't put him as one of the greats. I think as far as sales wise and like popularity he is, but as far as like music, I don't think he's one of the greats, but I think he is definitely really, really good.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say the whole package type stuff in terms of like being like a pop star. He can dance, he can sing, he can play instruments. And do all
Yeah,
this. I think that's
and-
part of the reason why people like him a lot.
And you know what? I think it's fair to say that few have mastered the pop star package as much as he has.
Right.
The singing, the dancing, the writing, I think,
Not a lot.
yeah, I think he's definitely mastered that way more than most. So I think, I wouldn't say he's mediocre, but Yeah. Um, so Jesse, who we had on a podcast a couple weeks ago, he asked several questions,
Okay.
but he has two that I think are really funny. One that applies to later on in the episode, which I think you guys will have a fun time with that conversation, that part of the tangent that we go on. Well, I'll do this one first, and I'll go to the other one. So, is coaching more important than cooking?
That's hilarious.
Um,
I'll say this: everyone has to cook. Not everyone has to coach. You know what I mean?
does everyone have to cook though?
Most people do. I mean,
Isn't that what a wife's for? Kidding.
Oh boy.
Kidding.
Well, then that'd be
Kind of, but
50%.
kidding.
Well,
Kidding.
that's hilarious. That's super funny. I don't really know. I'd say diet and exercise, both crucial.
Both equally as important.
Jess is trying to break up the pod.
He's
It's
trying
not
to.
gonna happen.
You won't break us down.
No. How dare you.
The next question, which applies to later on in the episode, a little dark. Did Mike Vick do anything wrong?
Oh my god. What? That has nothing to do with anything.
Darn.
Oh, actually, yeah. Think about animals going into this episode.
Yeah.
That's
Just keep it in the
all
back
I'm
of your
saying.
mind.
Yeah, back of your mind.
Guys, here's our conversation with Taylor and a special appearance by Lily on Justin Bieber. Please enjoy.
Oh, wait, I'm not ready.
Oh, you're good.
I'm so not ready.
No, you're totally fine. I have a ton of notes.
I hate Justin Bieber. Okay, that's all. I'm done.
Hot take. Waste on the pod. Hot take. Hot take.
What if we cut it?
Mic drop. I hate Justin Bieber. That's all. I'm out.
That's how we go to the next episode.
That's just pretty much. It's, just starting out hot. I literally listened to this album 5 hours ago, maybe 6 hours ago.
Same.
Yeah, so it is fresh in my head. When did you listen?
So I listened to it on the day it came out.
Okay, nice.
So true fan, obviously.
Yeah. More than the rest of us.
You were just excited to hate it.
I really wanted to give it a chance, and I just didn't.
You weren't feeling it.
No, not at all.
Wow.
No. But again, it goes back to the fact that I just don't like him.
Like never. There was never like a phase where you were in. No.
No.
You never had like a
Not even the
crush on
baby
Justin
face?
Bieber,
No.
nothing?
No.
Okay.
What?
I feel
What?
like you were in the minority of
I
girls that I grew up with. who didn't.
1,000%.
Did it feel weird hearing girls talk about Justin Bieber?
Oh God, my sister was obsessed with him, and I was always like, he's just like a teeny tiny little white boy.
So what?
Well, he literally was.
He literally was at one
He was
point.
4 or 5.
So wait. So what about him?
Simpler times.
Did you not like resonate with? Or why you just not connect with him in general? Like what was the?
I think originally when I was younger, it was like his voice was so high pitched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nothing had dropped yet. He was just kind of chilling.
Balls were still inside of him.
Yeah, honestly. And I just haven't liked him since then. I remember like being younger and always listening to the song Baby. And then
Classic.
as he like came out with an interview and I watched it and he was like, yeah, like this is my home and wherever the hell, Canada, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, there's just nothing interesting about him as a human being.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, hey,
I know, I love
if that's
that
how you
you
feel.
hate it
Hey, no, I
because
be honest here. This
is good.
That's how you feel. That's how you feel.
And I feel horrible for saying that
You
because
shouldn't,
I
though.
hate saying that about people. But I think he's a really boring, bland person.
But you know what? That's life. Though. You're not gonna like everyone you hear. You're not gonna like
No.
everything you come across, right? I mean, that's just life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be on like the complete opposite side of you here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like a super fan, but like I would say I'm a fan.
I mean a little bit. It seems like if you cried today, I'm
Of
gonna
the
call you
people-
out.
But it was like, so I watched the Zane Lowe interview with
Oh, you
Bieber,
did? Okay, yeah.
and like, first of all, the beginning of the interview, what the hell?
I didn't see it.
You ever like, okay.
I didn't either.
I do
You
like
ever-
saying that. I want to watch it.
You ever like see someone like a person, like you know their mannerisms, you know like what they're like, how they talk, whatever. And then like they'll like go through like either like a huge physical change or a huge like mental change, and they're like totally different and like low key like bugging a little bit.
I need
just
another
like
example besides JB.
like
Do you have another one that comes to mind? Because I don't totally know.
I can only think of like personal examples right off the bat. I'm trying to think of like
I'm thinking Kumail Nanjiani, but he seems the same. He's just ripped now.
kind of. I'm trying to. There has to be one celebrity I'm thinking of. Or like, if it comes to mind, I'll mention it.
Okay.
But like, we all know like Bieber, like the way he talk, like the way he like you know react in front of the camera, or whatever.
Yeah.
This dude, to begin, at least for the first 10 minutes interview, dude, I thought, dude,
I don't. You have to tell me.
bugging.
Justin Bieber was bugging?
Not like what he was saying, but like he was like twitching, like on the couch. He was
Really?
like,
You think he was nervous?
like I don't know what it was, but like, cause like here's the thing, cause you saw the documentary on YouTube, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He seemed like
Yeah.
in the general headspace, like you could get his vibe. The first 5 minutes of his interview, he was like twitching. He was like doing these weird like mannerisms. He wasn't like looking at Zane low. He was just like down here the whole time.
Interesting.
I was like, this dude is like either
Probably just
psychotic
so
or he's
uncomfortable
just
with it.
extremely nervous, like to the max.
Yeah.
Eventually, he like opened up, was like making eye contact, like using hand gestures. But first 10 minutes, I was like, dude, this guy's maybe relapsed right before his interview, but
Yeah, maybe.
then they got into it. They started talking some really deep shit. He talked about his faith with God and all that, and how he like reinvented his faith. And then he started talking about Billie Eilish and like how she's experiencing the same level of fame that he did at his age. And then he started like breaking down, crying because he's like, I remember what that felt like and how I couldn't handle it.
I heard about that today.
And yeah, and then how he's protective of her because he doesn't want the same thing to happen to him to happen to her. And boy, that got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Billie Eilish, so I want everything good in the world for her.
I used to hate her, now I love her.
And I am nervous because I was watching the VMAs or whatever was just on, and she was just like, "Oh, I don't deserve this," and I was like, "What? Like,
Yeah.
what is happening?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. So I did get to kind of hear about that today.
Yeah.
And I got a little heart feeling for Biebs in that moment. I will say.
This is breaking.
Yeah.
This is huge.
Break hair down a little bit, a little. Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
That is really rough.
Made my heart grow a size or two.
Right.
For Biebs.
Like the Grinch?
Like the Grinch. Oh yeah. 100% a Grinch reference.
Before we get into the album, let's talk a little about the documentary because that came out before the album came out.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on
Yeah, did you see
seeing the
any
behind the
of the-
scenes?
I watched a couple of the episodes, but I actually want to hear your thoughts first because I know how crazy, not crazy, but I know that you're a huge Bieber fan, Beza. So
Like, I'm not huge. This
mean-
is for content. This is for the podcast. So I'm trying to get into as much as I can.
yeah, that's fair.
I am a fan, but I wouldn't say like a super fan or anything.
Yeah. What we were saying in the T Swift pod applies to this too. I really love seeing them in the studio, and the creative process is really, really exciting and inspirational. And it just like lit a fire under me. Like I was like, oh my god, I really want to make shit right now. That was really dope. I thought it was cool, and also I could relate a little bit to how much of a perfectionist he was, like how he would repeat one line over and over and over.
Oh my God, when I saw that, I was so surprised. I was so surprised.
Yeah.
What surprised you?
I just didn't ever see that part of him, I guess. I've just always seen like a straightforward dude.
Yeah.
Like a
dude's dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
So I don't know. I was very surprised.
Yeah.
But again, I have no context to like who he is as an artist because I just
I don't
haven't cared to pay attention.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah. Anyways, continue.
No, that's great. So that was dope. I really liked seeing the different people he had in there and like their creative process. And I also liked how they had the note cards of all the different songs and how they were trying to develop track
Yes,
lists.
I love that part. Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool how Haley, is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How Haley would come in and she would be like kind of like giving some input and like helping, and so yeah, from a creative standpoint, I thought it was really dope. But yeah, I'm kind of similar to you. Like I listened to Purpose and I really liked that album.
Yeah.
And I listened to Baby and like maybe and
So
like
many
and a
times.
couple other songs where I was like, I kind of like these songs, but every dude at my school makes fun of them, so I probably shouldn't like be a fan. That was like the thought process. But yeah, and then I was like, and I kind of just I don't know much about him until this. But yeah, I don't know. What did you think from like starting to watch it? Because I watched up through the episode right before they start talking about wedding stuff.
I watched all the episodes,
Okay.
and well, first of all, love the mustache. All about the stash.
Oh, I hate.
No.
I hate.
I'm not. I don't.
Why?
I'm so
It's awesome.
to begin with. I'm like barely becoming a facial hair person because it like always mustaches like tickle your.
It's a
Yeah,
it's a
but-
textural thing.
It's
yeah.
and I'm
You can-
super weird on like food texture too. So I think I'm just weird on all like textures and like sweaters and stuff. Yeah. So I hate his mustache.
I wish I had the confidence to rock
Side
it.
note though, like what other? Because I have a couple textures that I fucking hate. I hate cotton balls is a big one for me, and
Okay.
And flour.
Sorry.
I can't.
Really?
Yeah, I really
It's
have
so
a hard-
soft.
I know, but I don't know what it is. It freaks me out.
You know what?
What do you?
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of hate flowers.
Right.
Too. It is weird.
Like the flour, like baking flour,
Yeah.
right? Or like
No,
flour.
you're talking flowers,
Like
and you're talking
that.
flour.
Oh,
You're
I'm
talking
talking, like,
baking
the
flour, and you are
ingredients.
taking.
No,
You're
I'm
talking
saying
like
that.
roses.
Yeah, like that freaks me out.
No, I love.
no,
I love.
Too. It's like wet, but it's not. Freaks me out a little bit.
What other textures? Are there certain ones that stick out? Because those are my two big ones.
Yeah, there's like certain brushes that we have at work, and the way that they feel, they're like really, really dense. Think about like a really dense, like hard old paintbrush.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it makes me want to scream. And sheets, like bed sheets,
Just bed sheets in general.
they have to be very, very, very certain. Otherwise, I can't do it.
So what? Type
I don't
is-
know.
Wait, do you not know
That
what
is the
type you
strangest
like
thing
of a
I've
bed
ever-
sheet?
No, like I have to, like when I'm going to buy new bed sheets, I have to like open them and feel them, and I will literally walk out of a store.
You
Yeah.
have to evacuate.
Yeah.
That's a
Because
little-
I get
okay.
so afraid and like
Wow.
and denim.
You don't like denim.
No.
Really?
I can only wear mom jeans. I can't wear skinny jeans. I can't wear any other type of jean. I can only wear mom jeans because it's like the
Really?
way that the mom jeans are made is so that they're looser around like your thighs and everything. Can't do it otherwise. Cannot do it.
Really?
A lot of jeans
I hate
are
it.
really restricting, though. I feel like you have to spend so much money to get jeans that are actually comfortable.
Well, and like oh gosh, sometimes
Interesting.
like the way that like the sound whenever you're feeling denim, it's like makes me want to die.
Wow.
Yeah, and
This is so
wool.
interesting.
This is good, though. This
I
is good.
cannot do
Biggs,
wool.
What about you?
What?
Do you have, besides flowers, like roses, what else? Are there any other textures that freak you out?
Textures. I'm not trying to think.
Like where you get like a weird shiver, like you don't like it?
I'm trying to think of anything. I don't know.
If you don't, that's fine. We didn't prepare for this.
Yeah,
This
no.
is uncharted territory.
Not a lot bothers me in that department.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't like jeans, and not enough people talk about it.
Fish freak me out. The texture of fish,
Like
live fish, and dead fish
Oh,
too.
you know
Sure.
what? Live fish do weird me out. Feeling like a live. Yeah.
Like I will go fishing, but I will not touch anything. Like
I'll
I will throw it in the water if I catch something.
Going by bed.
No, I won't even touch the fish. Someone else has to get it off the hook for me. And the worms, I won't do it.
See, I don't mind worms, but like a live fish, like flopper in my hand, that does feel like unnatural.
Nope, I have not ever touched a live fish.
really?
Nope.
How do you know that?
I will hold the string
But how do you know that if you
See,
ever touched
that's
and
it?
a
I
good
will go like
question.
this because
You're just assuming what a live fish, the texture of a live fish.
yeah, because it just like I felt a snake before, and I feel like it feels like a snake, but just slimy.
Did you like the texture of the snake?
No,
Okay.
I don't mind
Not a
snakes.
huge fan.
So scales.
maybe it's scales.
That might be part
I don't
of it.
mind snakes.
Reptiles in general, just kind of like
That's a
amphibians, reptiles, not my thing.
when I'll. That shouldn't.
Do it.
Do it. Just do it.
When a girl has a reptile for a pet, it's usually a red flag for me.
Why?
That's fair.
I don't know. I just have. It might be a prejudice. I don't know what it is, but it's a real. It's just like if I had to put my money on one of these choices, it's usually not going to go to the one with the reptile for a pet. Also, ferrets for a pet.
Oh God, I think those are absolutely disgusting animals.
I think they're fascinating. See, that's like one of the few pets I think would be like fun to have.
No.
One of the few.
Basic goes, I hate dogs. Give me a ferret.
Or a goat. I'd be down with a goat.
Who would want a goat?
I think a goat would be fun. Pet
That
goat.
is, I can't say that either. What are you talking about? A goat?
A parrot maybe.
I'd rather have a cow, like a straight up cow,
Same.
than have a goat or a ferret.
You know, I'd probably eat the cow. I'd probably, after a couple of years, just,
I guess so.
To be honest, I would fall in love with the cow and I would have to sell it because I wouldn't be able to do it, or it would die because I couldn't do it.
Charlotte's Web.
Yep.
Pretty much.
I think ferret, goat for sure.
Ferrets like make me like get chills.
I think if I like,
They're just like they're not trustworthy. I'm telling you right now, you've never met a ferret who told you the truth.
I
Ever.
think a ferret, goat, and then if I could like train a parrot to like talk,
Parrot to talk.
but like, but okay, you know,
It's very musical. Parrot to talk. That's a fun thing to say.
I'm like so disgusted by that idea.
A parrot talking?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's a
Why
thing,
else would I get a
but
parrot?
training a parrot to talk, like, why would you waste your time doing that?
oh, you didn't hear about this episode of Your Mom's House?
No.
So they're looking into getting a parrot,
my
but like training racial slurs.
Oh my god.
And the idea fascinates me, and I want it in my house.
Wait, well, what's the justification?
Cause it'd be fun to just have like a parrot on the show, just like saying like racial slurs.
I hate that.
It could make my life so much more eventful.
This was a test. You should hate that.
I absolutely hate all of
Oh
that.
no, I'm 100% serious about this. If I could afford a parrot that could say racial slurs, that'd be the funniest thing in the world.
The reason
And
it's funny,
other expletives.
the reason it's funny is because then whoever's hearing it wonders why the parrot knows that word. That's why it's funny.
That you get me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not saying it. It's the mystery.
Well, saying it is part of the funny part.
But the really funny part is wondering how did that parrot hear that word so many times that it's one of its main catchphrases.
Or how is a parrot talking in the first place, and how I sang,
Yeah.
the N word on repeat.
So weird that parrots.
Oh my god.
You guys don't think it'd be fun?
No!
All right. Guess I'm alone in this.
Sorry to yell. That was just...
No, we appreciate the passion.
That's
I
exactly
feel like
something he would say.
I feel there's two other pets I'd love to have, but I can't think of them.
What
What else would what do you think I would enjoy?
I think if it was mythical times, you would enjoy having a dragon.
I was honestly going to say the
Yeah.
exact same thing.
Really?
Well, what kind
Yes.
of dragon?
How to Train Your Dragon? Do you like
No.
that? Have you seen that movie?
I haven't seen it.
Good movies.
Oh, it's one of my favorite movies.
Good movies.
It's one of the best
Underrated
soundtracks
movies.
of any movie you'll hear.
That's
Very
what
underrated.
I've heard both of those things before. Which
You should watch the movie, and if you like it, then like if you're studying or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
put on. John Powell did the music for it. And
Good work.
fucking-
It's good
it
work.
Slaps.
It's good
Okay.
work.
The second movie
Okay,
is decent
okay.
for music, and then the third one is amazing too. So
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
the first one's best though. But
Wait, we are way off topic.
Yeah, super.
Let's jump back in the
we
Beebs
are,
train.
We are off topic.
Love the stash. Stashes. I wish one day I have the confidence to rock a stash like that. I think I will actually next year for Halloween.
I really,
Remember-
honestly, from the bottom of my heart, hope you never do that.
I will next year for Halloween. Remember, I'm gonna go as a weekend. Remember we talked about this on the pod.
We did, and I
I'm
said
gonna go as a
that-
weekend,
and I
and
said
it's
that
this.
I don't think people are gonna know who you are,
I would have to
That's
agree
fine.
with that statement.
right?
I
You haven't
think-
seen the weekend's videos lately?
I think they're just going to think that you're some
if
creepy
you have
dude.
to ask that question, they're not. Then it's not gonna work.
You know what? I'm gonna have fun with it, and that's all that matters.
See, okay, but you can't be surprised when people don't know who you are
Plus, a big way to start off No Shave November.
with a mustache.
That doesn't count. You have to shave going
Yeah.
into November.
So
Isn't that how that works?
So when the night's over, I'm gonna shave a mustache. Make the shaving process more simple.
It could go either way. You could start with a beard or whatever and go from there. But
Because my mustache grows the fastest, as we know from middle school.
as we've known.
I had a full mustache in middle school.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, if you see pictures of me in 8th grade, it's amazing.
You did send me pictures from 2010, if you remember. That was a good time.
Yeah, that was an interesting period of my life. The documentary
Yes.
on Biebs.
Back on track.
Yes, back on track.
I thought it was interesting because we all knew about Hailey Bieber and Justin's relationship through the years, how they're on and off for a while, then back on again. They got engaged and married, and I feel like we knew like those points of the relationship, but we didn't actually like see into the relationship.
Sure.
Whereas like we like saw more into like Justin and Selena, but we didn't actually like see into Hailey and Justin, like how they interact with each other.
Yeah.
It's like really cool to see them like as a couple, like like interacting with each other, and like there's small talk, whatever. I thought that was really cool, like to see that side of them and to like see them be like normal people,
I feel that.
Also, like I remember like watching the Justin Bieber movie when he was like 15, like just turning out 16, like just little high pitched kid with like shaggy hair.
Where did you see the movie? Where did you see?
I think my parent. Oh, you know where I saw it? My parents like randomly bought the DVD for some reason, and I watched it at home. I was like, oh, this is fun.
Oh, okay.
So I think that was part of it.
That's so funny.
So yeah,
It doesn't surprise me that you saw the Justin Bieber movie.
So yeah, I
That's
remember.
on brand.
So I remember watching that movie, and then I thought back to that movie as well as watching the documentary and like seeing like how he's grown up, like how he's like now like a full grown like man. I was like, oh, this is like 10 years later as like a full grown like adult.
Yeah.
This is really interesting to see.
Yeah. I did not a deep dive, but I was listening to random Justin Bieber songs. Maybe like after Yummy came out, I was listening to a couple other ones that.
Thoughts on Yummy? We talked about it in the pod for a little bit.
Taylor, what did you think of Yummy?
It's disgusting.
You know what the song's about?
Good.
Yeah, it's about
sex
Hailey Bieber.
Yeah.
And how she's yummy.
Yeah. Good for him. That's what I say. Good for him.
Like, good for him. He's getting good. Whatever. Keep that to yourself, please. Unless I'm like your best friend, I don't
like-
want to hear about
Are you
it.
slut shaming JB?
Yeah.
Is that what's
No,
going on
I am
now?
telling him, have all the good sex. Have it all.
All of
Have it all.
Arguably
Don't-
he has.
I really don't want to hear about it.
Well, if Taylor was talking about it, would you feel different?
No.
Fair enough. Consistent, at least. I respect it.
I respect the consistency.
No.
That's
I don't
fine.
want to hear about it.
All right, fair enough. It's growing on me more, the song.
It's grown on me more.
It's growing
The
on me more.
beat, I love the beat.
The beat's great.
Super catchy. So good job on that part. But like, I don't need to know.
But he's
There's
like,
a ton of sexual innuendo, even in like old songs.
he's not saying this.
Maybe my problem is I don't know the actual lyrics. I'm gonna look up the lyrics.
Because I feel like the lyrics aren't like that explicit.
They're not.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a pretty tame song, actually, for what it's talking about.
Really, I don't even know if we'd be having the conversation if he didn't have a mustache and didn't title it Yummy. Like those two factors really
Really drive it
they
home.
really make you actually consider the reality of the situation.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's just sexual innuendos. There's nothing that's like, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Hip hop has way more explicit stuff.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I mean, a lot of the time.
Yeah, most songs are just, oh my god, you said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true though. I think there is a thing like when you rap something, you can get away with more than if you sing it.
Oh yeah, it's a Chris Rock bit. You can disrespect women as long as you put a beat behind it.
Yeah. But you can't disrespect women to a harmony.
Yeah.
You can't do
Yeah, right? Honestly.
It's gotta be to a nice rap beat, and you can say whatever you want about women. If it's
Yeah.
not, then it's in.
That's so true.
Why do we allow that? Why is it specifically with like hip hop you can like say the worst thing about women and like totally degrade them and it's fine and we allow it?
Is
and
it
we,
fine though? Is it?
What do you listen to
Real
at parties?
question. Facts. I take back my statement.
But okay, here's
What do
the
I
thing,
dance
though.
to at the bar?
Here's the thing though. Like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a weird gray area between objectifying and being sexist and being like freely sexual.
Is
It's
it-
just expressing your sexuality.
Is there
Yeah.
a big
and,
difference?
And not being like closed off and weird about it or like ashamed of it.
The
Yeah.
more I listen to music, the more the lines blur, and I'm not
The
sure
lines
what's
blur.
which.
The lines for sure blur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right, though. You can get away with way more. If there's
Much
if there's
more.
a trap drum underneath
Oh
that,
my god.
that's all you need.
Land trap music. I mean,
Like
every song
I
is just-
can't twerk to Yummy, you know, like, but I can twerk to some hardcore rap music that's
I saw-
disrespecting myself as a woman.
I saw a twerk video with Yummy. I loved it.
Oh man.
Any last thoughts about documentary before we talk about the album? I thought it was well done. I thought I know he was a drug addict. Like I knew he was doing drugs.
Yeah.
I know he was like gonna die at some point. Like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was bad.
like on his hinges.
I would say one thing. It was cool that he did have. It seems like a decent support system around him, and it's cool that he has the resources and like the people to advise him to see doctors and take care of his mental and physical well-being, and like afford a trainer and all that shit.
Yeah.
And it bummed me out a little bit just thinking like a ton of people, not a ton of people are famous, but a ton of people also deal with similar things and they can't afford that big
Resources.
Yeah, like that big blue oxygen tank that he has. Or
Which I
even
want.
even some of the
Oh my
more
God.
basic healthcare stuff, it can be difficult to make that happen. So, but it's not like he shouldn't talk about it. Then it's cool that he's talking about it because then it's more commonplace, and then people be like, "Wait, I have this problem. Why can't I take care of it properly?" So I think it's a good step. Yeah, I don't know. Because you watched, like you said, 2 of them.
I watched 4.
Oh, you watched 4 of them. Okay.
Oh, a whole whopping 4.
A whole.
She went
Yes, I really did. For me, it was a lot.
If you don't like a celebrity, you watched 4 of them. That's impressive. That's
Yeah,
That's a lot
yeah.
of content to go through.
I did. I never understood or liked his relationship with Haley, but now I get it. And I understand why they do care about each other, and I see why. Seeing them love each other made my heart happy, and so it made more sense to me.
Yeah.
And like it was in the first episode. He was showing her something, and he said, "Babe, having you here just makes everything so much better." And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
So that made me really happy, but.
That was.
Again, I barely have any thoughts of him.
It was also, I felt conflicted about, like, he was saying, like, I still get nervous around her, and she said the same, and I was like, fuck. Like, that never goes away.
No.
Like, if you're with someone you're supposed to be with, that never goes away. Or maybe it's just them, I don't know, but I was like...
Well, there's
when
still
you were
nothing
saying,
to face.
They get
that's
the
fair.
butterflies.
That's fair.
Yeah,
But he was
you
like,
want
yeah,
that.
I tried to get her, like, out of the room, like, in a nice way so I could focus on the song. I was like... What? You had to do that? Like, I don't know. That threw me for a loop. to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Not to say it was a negative thing, just to be like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
something
yeah.
I didn't expect.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
having butterflies like for the rest of your life is good, but to like literally need your partner to leave the room is a whole other level.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, like they're supposed to be that person where like you look to them and it's like
Yeah.
like deep breath, like this is calming. To,
And it's-
to have to kick them out of the other, like to have,
Yeah.
yeah.
It sounded like she was like that at least most of the time when they were like running through songs. And stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool to have a person like that to be like, what do you think of this song? And like they were talking about how her opinion of the music
Mattered so much.
Like they were like, it really matters
Yeah.
to us, even
Yeah.
though she doesn't play any instruments or write it. Like we really want her to like this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
She's like the muse of it or whatever.
I liked how they like. For me, I didn't know anything about Haley except for that she was a model and that she was the daughter of Stephen Baldwin. So to me, it was like, oh, she's like another like ditzy era model. But then like,
Sure.
she was like talking. It's like, oh, she's like very articulate. She's like very bright. Like, she has a lot of like really like thoughtful input about like Justin and how he operates his day to day and what he's like as a person. So. Everything I thought about Haley actually like took back. I was like, this is actually like a very like interesting human being.
Yeah, she seems
You
really
know.
grounded.
Yeah,
At
she's
least,
very.
at least
yeah,
from what they showed in the documentary, she seemed like a really reasonable person.
yeah. She seemed like not all entitled, like not all like, like motivated by like only money or only celebrity. But she seemed like a very normal person to me.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really cool to see that. Circling back to the whole addiction thing. Imagine like being Bieber. You're on the road on a stadium tour, but you're hopped up on pills 24/7. You're dealing with mono,
Yeah.
and you're finding out you have Lyme disease at the same time.
Yeah.
Dude,
You got a show?
dude,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
It's a lot to go through. and to not have like a support system, or even like I'm so blessed that I have like parents I can ask dumb shit to.
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't have like really a dad in that situation. Like
Well,
that's one thing with Billie Eilish. It seems like she has a lot of her family around her.
yeah, all her brothers with her all the time.
Like,
Yeah.
isn't her dad or mom like part of her like management?
Yeah,
or
her mom.
something?
Yeah.
Like that I think is a sign of someone who knows what they're doing and is really like being very intentional. Like I got to take care of myself long term.
And yeah, that's what I say. To me, it seems like Billy would be set up for long-term success. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Bieber, I feel like for a moment, it was like, oh, what's going to happen here? Because
Right.
this is going off the rails.
I feel that.
Yeah.
He went off the rails for a long time.
He really did.
Yeah, for sure. But he's back now.
One thing kind of transitioning into how they made the music was hearing like, so when they're in the studio they shoot it and they have like a very very tight knit, only a few people are in there, which I thought was cool. And it seems like probably a good idea to keep it relatively small, similar to what T Swift was doing.
Yeah.
But when I was prepping for this, I was looking at all the people who are involved in this project, and it is way more people than her, like a ton
Huge.
of people. Yeah, like I counted, let's see, how many producers were there? There were 18, 19 producers and almost 40 writers. Like,
Doesn't shock me.
it doesn't shock me, but it's just like,
It's a lot.
but it doesn't feel like that's what's going on when you see like 4 people in the studio.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that was kind of a weird like, and this also happened to me a little bit with the T Swift one, where it's like, oh, like when she's meeting with her management team to discuss the album that she's working on, the tour that she'd want to do.
There's a
they're
whole
all just-
table.
They're
There's like
just sitting in this very sterile business.
It's like a boardroom
It's like
meeting.
a board. It's very boring.
Well, it is a
sterile
business.
board.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like it's a corporation that she's signed to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like her
but it's
label.
always a little bit like, you know, like Wizard of Oz, like the guy behind the curtain a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
that's what it's like to run this. Like it's not all just.
It's not a fun creative process. Yeah. There's a business aspect to it that you have to consider.
Yeah. So my thing that I was wondering about for how they made the album was like they seemed to have only a few people that they worked with directly, and then it seems like my guess would be that they sent in beats and sent in song ideas from just a ton of people, and then like Pooh Bear or like one of the producers would listen, like one of the main producers would listen to it.
Yeah, that's how most artists write though.
Okay.
They'll be sent beats by up and coming beat producers or different producers from across the country.
Sure.
And then they'll like find ones they like and then start writing to it.
Right.
And assign to writers to like write to and stuff, and that's how a song gets created over time.
That's interesting. Yeah, that just kind of surprised me, like how many people were in it altogether. It's like a ton.
Because think about it, like you get a beat from some like random person that your team found. You have to give that person credit. Plus the person found the beat credit.
Right.
Then you send that beat to some writers. They write you a song, you have to credit them too.
Right.
And then you have to get it, mix and master. You have to credit those people as well.
Yeah.
It's a whole group of people involved in a process like that.
It's a lot.
It's
A lot of
crazy.
people.
You know a lot about producers.
I don't. I'm just trying to more now. when I
Okay.
prep for the podcasts.
How do you feel about Scooter Braun?
I actually know almost nothing about.
Okay.
Scooter
I have lots of thoughts about
I do
Scooter
too.
Braun.
Let's talk about it. Let's do a quick.
He is a business genius. He is a workaholic. Little psycho, in my opinion, but he is a workaholic, and I respect the
I
work he
recognize
does.
him. He was work. Yeah, he was in the doc.
He was in it a lot. That's why I asked.
Okay.
I respect his work ethic because he did a podcast with Gary Vee and like about his upcoming stories and stuff like that. And
Did they just one up each other about how little sleep they get?
yeah,
How many
pretty
things they're
much,
working on at
pretty
once?
much, yeah. But like about how he got to the industry because it's to me,
You don't sleep at all.
yeah,
You are losing.
yeah.
Fucking serious. And then he gets 1 million likes, and everyone's like, that inspired me in my closet.
Exactly.
Anyways, sorry.
No. So it's interesting to me because the way he got into the music industry is like kind of what I used to do and kind of still am doing in like the club industry in Minneapolis or whatever. So it's like, oh, like that's how he got into the industry. So that kind of put a light bulb in my head. But
So is he just known for managing and producing with other artists? I literally know him.
yeah.
Okay.
He used to work on more of the industry of like clubs and bars and stuff like that. But now he switched over to music, and now he's like the king of a bunch of different companies. But he is.
Okay.
You know the saying that like no billionaire becomes a billionaire ethically.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
It's like I
you do
respect
some-
Scooter Braun a lot, but he
He follows that to a T.
He is a savage, He when it comes to business,
He's nasty.
he doesn't give a fuck when it comes to business.
What
He
does
is.
he do? I don't know any of
I mean, there's the whole Taylor Swift thing where he bought out Big Machine Records.
See, now you're just pissed already.
Yeah.
He's not-
Wait, did she leave that?
Yeah.
Is
So-
that why? Mm-hmm. Wow.
So yeah, he bought out Big Machine Records for like 300 million, which is like pretty much all of her catalog. So like Taylor Swift does not have access to her masters anymore, and he won't like sell back her masters to her.
Like, no matter how much money she offers him, he won't do it.
Which, like, from a strictly business standpoint, I get it. I don't blame him. But, like, on, like, a ethical, like, empathetic human level, it's like, come on, dude. Like, you've known Taylor for years. Like, her and Bieber are friends. Like, just give him back to her. Sell him back to her for half the cost or whatever. Like,
How
come
did
on,
she
dude.
I'm not blaming her, but how did she not already own them to the point where they wouldn't be able to be purchased?
95% of
of artists.
own music.
95% of artists don't own their own music.
So,
Like Bieber doesn't.
No.
Beyonce doesn't.
Wow.
Jade, actually Jay does now. But like most these artists don't.
I guess I'm just used
Most
to
of them.
hearing like Chance talk about.
That's why I was just about to say. That's why Chance the Rapper has never. He's always been like, nope, this is mine. I will not let anyone take
I
over.
guess I'm just like used to hearing that now.
Yeah.
Like Chris Brown. Chris
crazy.
Brown last year just bought back his masters. Like just after like 15 years of doing music, just got his masters.
That's some shady shit. But also, you're right. Like from a business perspective, I could see how it would be a good move.
But if you're Scooter, why would you?
But
I
also like
I don't agree with them, but I
there
get
comes
it.
a point though where like she doesn't need that help at that level anymore for it to justify having someone else own her music. Do you know what I mean?
No, he's literally doing it to be manipulative.
Yeah.
I don't see it that way. I
Maybe-
just think
or
business is a
maybe
business.
he
But
just
maybe
is ruthless, just wants to make money. I don't know.
that's how I see it.
It could
That's
be
how I
both.
saw
I
it.
see it both ways.
Could be both.
I see it both ways.
Man.
He's just a piece of shit human being.
But you know what I mean, though, where it could be like early on, it might make sense for like an up and coming artist. It's like, well, look, I need all the help from this label.
But
so you
it's
guys
not
can
like
own it
that at
first.
all.
But then, what I'm saying though is like it would be worth the cost of it to get your name out there and use their resources. But Taylor Swift's at a point now from a fiscal and by like a business situation, she doesn't need that anymore. Like she could establish her own team with and still own her shit. Do you know what I mean?
And that's what she's
Yeah,
done
but-
now. But she
Did
just
that happen before Reputation, or when did it?
Right after.
Right
What is-
after.
okay.
So she left Big Machine right after Reputation. Now she all the stuff from Lover, she owns that.
That's what the man is about. Like,
Oh.
if I was a man, maybe things would be different.
I don't. I think Scooter. I think if Taylor was a guy or girl, I think Scooter still buys all those records. Doesn't care.
I don't know. I genuinely think it's a very like manipulative, like misogynistic,
But, like,
male
But I don't know what.
demeanor.
But what's manipulative about it though? Like he just saw opportunity to buy this business, so he bought it.
But where in your like right mindset, like someone is fighting you so hard, your eyes like twitching at me.
My eye switches a lot. So. Sleep deprivation.
Where in your right mindset, like someone is begging you for
Mm-hmm.
everything that they've ever worked for in their entire life,
I mean, that's
and you
like,
won't let them buy it from you. Like she's
Yeah.
offering him millions
Yeah,
of dollars,
Yeah.
hundreds of millions.
At some level, it's
and he
probably
just
like
won't.
Yeah.
How is that not manipulative to you?
Business is a business.
The only way it could be is
No.
if it's worth more later, and he makes more money off of it
It's
later.
never going to be worth more.
Well, this has become real sad.
Back to Bieber.
Yeah. Right. Fuck.
Um,
Did you like any of the songs on the album?
No,
Not a single one.
not one.
no.
Really.
That gives me anxiety.
Lily and I, my roommate, were literally getting ready Friday morning, and I was like, "All right, we don't ever get ready together in the morning." But she's like, we were getting ready at the same time, and I had the music going, and she was like, "Why are you listening to that?" Like she was offended, and I was like,
Really?
"Yeah," and I was like, "I don't know. I thought I'd give it a chance. It just came out," and she was like, "I just know I'm not gonna like it." And I was like, I kind of feel the same exact way. And we just shit on Yummy of like how gross it was. And then I was like, I looked at her and I was like, we have to stop listening to it. And so we stopped and we moved on.
Damn.
I'm disappointed.
I was
What do you
listening to it today, and I was like, I really enjoyed it a lot.
I
really
liked
it a lot.
I didn't love it, but I liked it.
Yeah.
I definitely liked it.
I think the last few songs weren't my favorite, and they were a little unexpected, but I really liked like the soundscape of it. It was the instruments were very calm.
I was just gonna say,
yeah,
it was like a fresh take on like the 2008, like 2012, like pop beats. It was like a fresh, like modern take on those type of sounds.
I didn't pick up on that. So like, what do you like? I didn't catch that.
Because like throughout most of the songs, he's using a lot of triplets, especially on the faster paced songs. He's a lot of triplets, and the beats are also triplets, like a regular like traditional hip hop song.
Sure.
But he's throwing in like synths and like different sounds that are from like the 2009, 2010 era. So it sounds like very modern day, but there's elements of like a couple decades past, like thrown in there.
Interesting. I'll have to listen for that.
Yeah, they're sprinkled all throughout, and I thought that was intentional by him. To show like, oh, I was here 10 years ago, but now here I am as a person, and I thought it was very intentional that he did that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved
That's
it.
interesting.
What was your favorite song?
I don't know.
I know mine off rip.
I'm gonna guess it was Intentions.
Yeah, dude.
Knew it.
Dude,
Featuring Quavo.
instrumental on that track, crazy.
It's cool.
Do you notice that one sound in the background for the percussion?
What was it?
It was literally him opening up a soda can.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's sweet.
Listen to it again. You hear
I
like
love
all
that.
throughout the song, just him like opening up like a soda can as like part of like the percussion of it.
Oh, that's dope.
Instead of like, using like a traditional snare, he uses a
That's what I'm saying. That's so like refreshing and crisp
Yeah.
and like rejuvenating. That's
Yeah.
like how the sounds work.
Oh my
it
That's funny.
sounds so cool.
Interesting.
Like I'm addicted to that sound now, and I love it every time I was opening up a beer like just before I came here, and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, this hits differently.
Oh, we got someone here.
Yeah, Lily's home.
They got the whole setup here.
Oh,
yeah.
Are we live in action?
Oh, yeah.
We are.
Oh, buddy. We have the Justin Bieber expert over here.
Talk about Bieber right now.
What?
Talk
We
about him
are.
right now.
We just switched to Biebs.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, his promotion of Yummy was the most annoying thing ever.
I told you she didn't like
It was the
him.
most annoying thing ever because
Hop
he's...
on the mic to say it.
Come over here.
Yeah, join the conversation.
This is Lily.
Hey, subscribers. It's good to be here. Super happy to be here and give you my thoughts on Justin Bieber. Number one, Yummy is a horrible song.
Jesus Christ.
I absolutely hate it.
We're editing this out. Editing this out.
I absolutely hate it. And the promotion of it, I don't know if it was Justin Bieber himself or if it was it was probably definitely his marketing team or whoever's in charge of promoting his album. But it was super annoying. Did you see David Dobrik's vlog on it?
Loved it.
Oh, I did see that.
Are you kidding me?
Loved it.
Did you watch his Instagram and the promotion
Yeah.
of come on, Basil.
All about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's fun.
Why?
Give me one good reason why you like that song.
It's a fun song. We were just talking about it. There's a
Yeah.
very there's lots of trap drums in there I really like.
Yeah.
Catchy song, catchy lyrics.
Dude, I just watched the David Dobrik video on it and it literally was cringy. It was so cringy and it was hard to watch. And I know Justin Bieber's under the private under the public eye and stuff, but he is I don't know, he's an awkward dude.
It's a great song.
It's not a great song. But the part where first of all, that one kid was trying to be honest about how horrible Yummy was and then he was like, "Oh, just kidding."
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you would say the same thing though if you met him.
But then when Justin gets out at the end of the video, when Justin gets out of the car and then he's like, "Hey, you guys like Yummy?" And then the whole crowd's like, "Oh, Yummy, Yummy." It was just "Oh God, this is horrible. This is horrible, dude." There's so many other ways to be promoting your music than that.
I liked it.
Ugh.
I wasn't against it.
That's so funny.
Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Did you hear the album at all? Or no? If you didn't, that's fine.
I didn't know. I didn't listen to the whole album.
Do you think you're
She was saying
going to listen to it?
you were listening to it in the morning and you hated it. And you're like, why are you guys playing this?
Yeah, Yummy.
Oh,
I don't like Yummy.
No, remember we were listening to it while we got ready for work
I thought it had great 808s.
and you were like, why are we listening to this?
I mean, I liked the song.
Kind of. I honestly, I can't say anything about the album because I haven't listened to it, but I'm sure it's a lot better than Yummy. Yummy sounds like a new like pop star's first song.
That's interesting.
I mean, it
Like
kind of
for
is.
very first, it's not.
But he's like
Justin Bieber is not a new pop star. He is
But
like
what I mean
a
is,
talented
like,
singer.
He's reinventing himself. He's like in a different space in life, and
Yeah, in a
it's
bad
not the-
direction. Dude, it's
Jesus,
bad.
Jesus Christ.
It's bad. I don't like it. I don't like it.
This is great. This is good. Did you? Yeah. I'm guessing you didn't see it, but did you see any of the J Beebs documentary stuff that's come out on YouTube by any chance, or no?
No,
Okay, just
no.
wondering.
Did Taylor tell you about how she feels about Justin Bieber?
We've been
talking
breaking
about
it
it.
down. Did you have a crush on J Beebs as a
No.
As a
Interesting.
lass?
No.
Interesting.
But then again, I wasn't that girl that like posted a bunch of like, you know,
Yeah.
guys on my wall. I think the one guy that I put on my wall, I was just like, this was what was that magazine called? It's like Pop
Q magazine.
Q magazine. I don't know. They had like a
I don't remember
printout of some Disney. I think it was Corbin Blue, actually.
Great hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up,
But
babe.
that's
Did.
that's the
Am I
only
lying?
guy I've had on my wall. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm not like a fangirl type. I did go to the Purpose tour. That is one thing that I will say about Justin Bieber. Purpose tour was awesome.
Did you like the music on that album?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you
Interesting.
don't hate all of J Beebs. You
No,
You just
no.
hate
And
Yummy.
I'm still willing to give the album a chance. I'm just saying Yummy was literally awful.
I love this hot take.
Interesting.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
good. This is good. Just swoops in and has just the hot takes.
Yeah.
I know. I'm a little fired up after working too, so I'm just like, let me tell you.
No.
There you
We
go.
appreciate your intake.
Thank you.
Bye, subscribers. It's nice.
Dude, I feel like that's just how we end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It has to be. Lily's hot take.
Yeah.
The hot take. Any final thoughts on the album?
I liked most of the upbeat songs. I agree the slower songs weren't as good, but I loved Intentions. I loved Available. I loved Forever with Post Malone and Clever. I thought that was a really good song. Yeah, the beat on Intentions was just mind blowing. But
Yeah.
not a great album, but good album all around. That's all I got really.
I thought it was really good. I really liked how the way that the lyrics and the way he was singing kind of had a singer-song, like kind of how Ed Sheeran will have more rhythmic ways of singing because he's busked before. And
Yeah.
it's him and his guitar, so he has to use his voice as much as possible.
Yeah.
So I was getting that vibe a little bit more. So it was a little bit more minimal for some of the sounds, and so there was a lot of that happening. So
Yeah.
that was cool, and he had some really cool like vocal trills. I don't know if that's how you call them. Overall, I really liked it. It was fun.
Any final thoughts, Taylor?
I think I need to remove my thoughts of Justin Bieber as a human being and maybe listen to it one more time and like listen solely for the purpose of the music.
Okay.
Fair.
That's fair. I think.
Respectable.
And
Interesting
then I will trash it after that.
take. All right.
Fair.
Well, all right. If that's
All
how you feel.
honesty.
If that's how you feel.
This has been good.
All right.
Thank you for being on.
Oh my
Thank
god,
you
thank
so
you so
much,
much for
Taylor.
having me. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm an influencer now.
Exactly.
Exactly. Speaking of which, if you want, give out your socials.
Yes.
For people to follow if you want. If not, we'll
Oh
cover it.
dear God. It's just my name, Taylor Mueller 1. That's it. That's all I got.
All right.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
That is on every single one of my socials. So that's it.
There we go.
Here I am.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Hi, Mom.
All right. Thanks so much. Guys, thank you for listening to that conversation we had with Taylor and Lily. We had a great time. Again, thanks to Taylor and Lily for allowing us to record in their home and
Yeah.
talk about this with them.
Yeah, it was a great time.
You can follow us on Instagram at podcast The Cook and the Coach. You can follow us also on Twitter at The Cook and the C1. That's the number 1 on Twitter. And then you can email us at The Cook and the Coach pod at gmail.com. You can follow me, Beza, Baeza, Tensaya, Tensaie on Instagram. Ken, give me socials.
On Instagram, KPMartin2, KPMartin2. You can also listen to my music on Spotify, Apple Music, and SoundCloud. The EP is called Bucket List. Check it out.
Guys, that's the episode. We will see you next week. Hope you enjoy that conversation. What are we talking about next week? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
It'll be
It's a
surprised,
mystery.
guys. It's a mystery episode. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.